First, the top stories. Election of India's 15th president held today. A total of 4,809 electors were eligible to vote in the presidential elections. Chief Minister N. Biren optimistic of NDA candidate Draupadi Murmu becoming the first tribal president of India. Manipur Governor La Ganesan given additional charge of West Bengal after Jagdeep Dhankar resigned for Vice President election. Indian Railways should take the whole responsibilities of Wangekhem landslide, says social activist Majabung Gangmei. And India records 16,935 fresh COVID cases along with 51 fatalities due to the infection in the past 24 hours. A very good evening and welcome to Pony Television. I'm Loving Rimai giving you the news in details. Election of India's 15th president was held today. National Democratic Alliance NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu and joint opposition nominee Yashwant Sinha were the two contesting candidates for election to the office of the president. A total of 4,809 electors were eligible to vote in the presidential elections. The polling took place between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. in the Parliament and state legislative assemblies. The counting of votes will take place on July 21. NDA's Murmu has the support of BJP, YSRCP, BSP, AIADMK, TDP, Janata Dal as Shiromani Akali Dal, both the factions of Shiv Sena and JMM. Murmu is a former governor of Jharkhand and a former Odisha minister. If elected, she will be the first tribal president of India and the country's second female president. Meanwhile, Sinha resigned from TMC before he was nominated as the opposition's candidate for the presidential poll. The opposition's Sinha, a former union minister in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, who later joined Trinamool Congress, is backed by Congress, Nationalist Congress Party and CP, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Janata Dal RJD. As per Article 54 of the Constitution of India, the President is elected by the members of the Electoral College consisting of elected members of both Houses of Parliament and elected members of the Legislative Assemblies of all states including the National Capital Territory of Delhi and the Union Territory of Puducherry. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the first voter to cast his vote in the presidential election held today. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh was seen coming to the Parliament House in a wheelchair to cast his vote. BJP National President JP Nadda, Union Ministers, opposition leaders Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, P. Chidambaram, Mallikarjun Kharge, Shashi Tharoor, National Conference leader Farooq Abdullah, among others, cast their votes as well in the special compartments arranged in room 63 of the Parliament House. Voting to elect India's 15th president was held today at the Assembly Secretary Committee Hall. Voting began from 10 a.m. and roughly ended at 12:30 p.m. All 60 MLAs, including Chief Minister N. Biren, former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi, cast their votes. Addressing the media after the voting, Chief Minister N. Biren expressed optimism that NDA candidate will definitely win the presidential election with thumping numbers. He also stated that around 97% of lawmakers from the state will go in favor of Draupadi Murmu. Chief Minister thanked and appreciated the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for nominating a tribal woman for the highest constitutional post of the country.
It's around 97%. Adudi soidana koi phangane na khali, doka sukar ne na khali, aduna masigi damakta Manipur ki praja sing aduga honorable MLA punamak aigi side gi appreciate tawjari woman empowerment adugumba honorable prime minister gi nupi singla sakti sinaba haibado madugi su achoba part amane nai lawjai.
Speaking to media, former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi asserted that United Opposition's candidate Yashwant Sinha is an able leader and electing him as the next President of India is left to the conscience of the elected members of Parliament and members of legislative assemblies in the country.
It's a democratic country. Let the people choose their representative. No, everybody knows that he's one of the most capable and most capable and able leadership.
So the job to be a president?
Yes, yes.
Manipur Governor La Ganesan has been given the additional charge of West Bengal after President Ramnath Kovind accepted the resignation of Jagdeep Dhankar as Governor of West Bengal. The BJP had on Saturday announced Dhankar's candidature for the Vice President election. La Ganesan, Governor of Manipur, will discharge the functions of the Governor of West Bengal in addition to his own duties from the date he assumes charge of the office until regular arrangements are made. Social activist Majabung Gangmei has stated that Indian Railways should take the whole responsibilities of Makwam landslide. According to him, Geological Survey of India has informed the official concerned of the railways to vacate the area on the same day after they had found some possibilities of such an incident occurring anytime during a survey. Indian Geological Survey reported from surveys conducted in 2013 and 2017 that the location is unfeasible. Geological Survey of India sent 2 scientists from Shillong after receiving a report on water discharge from the mountains and various other signals on the same day of the incident. They had informed the railways to vacate the place, but the information was kept under the carpet. So the railway department should take the responsibilities for the incident. He also maintained the army had recently moved in at the place. Earlier, there was an IRB company. Since only 5 of local residents lost their lives in the tragedy, there was no major outcry from the locals. Answering to one of the questions from the reporter, he said there is a chance of such incident occurring again. He also thanked the district commissioner, superintendent police and public for helping at the time of such incident.
29 ge ahinda landslide thok khibgi thodok sida ahan bada aina state government bu thagat bu kongdok chare aina railway da hange kari gi noi cancel tawra thammi no misi gi report se hai ba ei moi chumna lakpane si gi damak lakpana ti hai si railway na khummi ni ko aina
Railways ta khakpiram raba
state government yaw da ba state government yaw da male railway da pirama adune moina adu tak thok ta budi adu same day adu thok rabni adu yamna chingnai.
District Administration Thobal, in a swift action taken up under the supervision of Deputy Commissioner A. Subhash, today distributed CMHT card to 4 beneficiaries after 2 days of receiving the application. On Miyamgi Numit, which was held on 15th of this month at District Headquarters, Thobal, 17 applications in total were received for the scheme. Under the supervision of Deputy Commissioner, verification processes were duly conducted by the staffs and 4 beneficiaries were found eligible for getting the health card. Speaking to the media persons, Deputy Commissioner said that, considering the importance of such health card, the district administration took up prompt action and verification were swiftly conducted. He said the verification of the remaining 13 applicants will also be conducted very soon, and if found eligible, they may also avail the health card. He also appreciated the staffs for their cooperation in taking up such work for the welfare of the people. A woman named Rabia, aged 30, wife of Nawaz Khan of Kirgaon, Tambalkong, gave birth to a child at Care and Cure Hospital in Lamphel Sana Kaital today under Sheikh Nurul Hassan Health Protection Mission. Kedrigao AC MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan launched the mission by donating his monthly MLA salary and allowances. Mother of Rabia, Nur Bibi, expresses her satisfaction over Rabia's treatment and the birth of her grandchild. She also thanks MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan for launching such mission and providing medical treatment without any cost. In charge of Sheikh Nurul Hassan Health Protection Mission, Naurem Dinesh made an appeal to the general public when visiting Rabia in the hospital to avail the facilities of the mission. Garnicos Healthcare Northeast Private Limited today hosted a basic screening and risk assessment booth cancer program at Quaramban Imakatel. Director of Garnicos Manipur Cancer Care and Research Institute GS Moirangtem, Imphal West SP Ketrimayum Shivakanta, and spokesperson of Imak Market also attended the function. Former Health Services Director Dr. K. Rajo speaking at the event, cancer being a deadliest disease spreading around the world, number of people suffering from this disease keep increasing in the state. Consuming junk food, less intake of liquid-based food, and inhaling smoke produced from vehicles are one of the reasons for developing cancer, and for those who have this illness, receiving treatment from outside the state is inconvenient. Some people might also face financial problem. Meanwhile, taking up measures to make cancer treatment available here in Manipur is a good initiative. In addition, he advises taking precautions before it is too late and getting checked out if they have any concerns about developing that disease. And now for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
PONYTV na makhal mathel gi thoram sing sanduktuda miyam gi seba tawjari masida hena mai pak na bagi damak PONYTV ki YouTube channel amadi Facebook page ta like amadi subscribe tawbiro loina na MCTV ki channel number 988 amadi ISCOM gi channel number 142 da miyam na meeting tabiduna mapung faba channel ama ohenbiu
hena mai pak channel ama oina bagi damak PONYTV ki contact number 9362511104 da contact tawbiro Makada pijariba contact number natraga email asida miyamna suggestion pibiraknaba hajari
miyamgi suggestion bu khauramna ngaijari
Welcome back after the break. RIMS Director A. Santa inaugurated two newly constructed hostel mess at PG Ladies Hostel and Ladies Hostel yesterday. RIMS Medical Superintendent Professor N. Sanjeev and other officials attended the function. During the event, RIMS Director A. Santa stated that the newly constructed mess is to provide better service for the medical, dental and nursing student. He further stated that a 5-storage building for boys and girls is ready to complete at short period of time, and 2-storage building with massive capacity of 200 students accommodation will also be constructed by next year. He also announced that MDS course will be available in RIMS Dental College and will be starting soon. A basketball court will come up at Kusumley Hostel and Bishnupur RHTC. All Manipur Student Union AMSU visited all shops in Moray Town as part of a campaign to raise awareness about single-use plastics. The purpose of the awareness campaign, which was organized by AMSU Technopal District Committee General Secretary Kartik, was to educate shop owners in particular about the single-use plastics materials under Micro 100, which the state government banned after Manipur Plastic Policy 2022 is implemented. If AMSU discovers such prohibited items during the subsequent inspection, the shop will not only be closed down, but also legal action will be taken against the shop owners. Finance Secretary of AMSU Technopal District Committee, Thangjam Suraj, requested shopkeepers to be cautious on this matter. All Moray Auto Owners and Drivers Welfare Association, AMAO, and WA, with the assistance of the locals, repaired New Moray Road IVR. Concerning the issue, President of All Moray Auto Owners and Driver Welfare Association, Yamthong Haokip, stated that with the assistance of some kind-hearted locals, the association had today repaired Inter-Village Road IVR, which is the entrance road of Moray Government Higher Secondary School in Indo-Myanmar border town, Moray.
mayam ama taraga leba ICP hawba yaba lambi yamna maruba lambi se hanjin na sem khraba matung da su yada dana leba side ekoi auto na khannarakpada masi sem hawba na phagadra haibadi ekoi su anamba school ngang thinbagi mi thinbagi chapda awaba mayam ma thengnarakpasi phana koiraba aduge ekoi na sida leiriba kun haiba tare New Moray gi Administrative Committee gi ayaba lauraga masi semjabani.
Jiribam Subdivisional Agriculture Officer SADO, under the supervision of Jiribam DCW Malim Nganba Chenglei IAS, distributed fertilizer at office complex of Deputy Commissioner of Chingdong Lekai under Jiribam District. Although Sado Jiribam stated that this was the first time fertilizer had been distributed in the Jiribam district, they did so in part to meet farmer demands. He also urges to give feedback from the public regarding the distribution of the fertilizer. Hilgat Gram Panchayat Pradhan L. Samarendra shows his gratitude toward Jiribam DC and Sado for providing fertilizer to the farmer of Jiribam.
Mamang dadi mapam masida harja sumai nota di sito widena haiba pautai adubu farmer singi demand lak patagi ai ngambagi honarga kharadan ngor su mayam jiki apa mate thungan gi habe achada yang mapam masida yaw kanna honarga har yam basang dinate porei bachi borei ba pot khara china koi farmer sing chung lai mapam jis lai ba praja sing na peli di habe du chu ai ngonda dum pawdam biu ai ngonda taseng na takpiu aduga orak pacha pam da ba kana mu lai ra chu adugu chu ai dum tana minati mayang ya pam dum matam khunu makta ye dum lepsa ga ni si
ngasi Jiribam district yo ina DC complex ga Jiribam DC complex ta ko haji distribution tawri ado ngasi gi ko gi Jiribam district ta ko gi le ba longmi singda au bi duna ko gi RPP gi damak ta ko gi Jiribam gi DC amaso ko gi SDO bo ko gi longmi amaso pajama am gi magi de tharatsari.
A 22-year-old youth has been arrested by the Kalaigaon police in Udalguri district of Assam after he allegedly supported ULFAI on social media. The arrested youth has been identified as Pramod Kalita, a resident of Borengabari village at Kalaigaon and a 4th semester student at Tangla College in Udalguri district. Pramod Kalita allegedly made a comment on Facebook that allegedly supported the banned outfit ULFAI. A case has also been registered under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA. After around 70 days, the Northeast Frontier Railway will resume passenger train services in the Lumding-Badarpur section in Assam from July 22. The NF Railway has decided to resume services following the completion of the restoration of the railway tracks, which were damaged at multiple places due to landslides and flash floods. The Lumding-Badarpur section of NF Railway connects Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, and the southern part of Assam with the rest of the country. NF Railway's chief public relations officers say that freight train services were started on July 12 in the Lumding-Badarpur section via Dima Hosau Mountainous District. Both passenger and freight train services were cancelled due to the heavy rains and unprecedented landslides on May 14. Massive damage was caused to stations and railway tracks at over 61 locations in Lumding-Badarpur single-line railway route on May 13. Swell from the railway tracks got washed away and huge landslides covered the tracks and other railway assets. 2 students of Dibrugarh University in Assam drowned in the Siang River at Raneghat in Pasighat district at Arunachal Pradesh. According to reports, 5 students went to the Siang River yesterday. The incident took place while they were taking bath in the river. However, 3 of them managed to come to the shore, but 2 others are yet to be traced. Rescue teams from both Assam and Arunachal Pradesh are continuing the rescue operations in the Siang River. The 2 missing students are Prasidha Handik, a PGDCA last semester student from Chiring Chapuri, Dibrugarh district, and Shubhadi Paul, a BCA 6th semester student from Gopur. An accidental grenade explosion near the line of control LOC in the Poonch district of the Jammu area killed an Indian Army captain and a junior commissioned officer JCO, while 4 other injuries. The incident happened late last night while troops were on duty in the Mendar area along the LOC. 6 troops were hurt in the explosion and they were evacuated by helicopter to the Army's command hospital in Udhampur for medical treatment. However, 2 soldiers succumbed to their wounds during treatment. The deceased have been identified as Captain Anand and Naib Subedar Bhagwan Singh. A court of inquiry has been ordered into the matter. As the monsoon session of the parliament commenced today, both houses paid tribute to former Japanese PM Shinzo Abe, who was recently assassinated during a public meeting. The newly elected members in both the houses were also sworn in. In the Lok Sabha, 3 newly elected members, Bollywood actor and Trinamool Congress MP Shatrughan Sinha from Asansol, West Bengal, and 2 BJP members from Uttar Pradesh, Dinesh Lal Yadav, Nirahua from Azamgarh, and Ghanshyam Singh Lodi from Rampur took oath as member of the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu had adjourned the Rajya Sabha till Tuesday 11 a.m. amid protests by the opposition over inflation and GST rate hikes. The House was adjourned even as the opposition trooped into the well despite Naidu's appeals for a peaceful discussion. Meanwhile, Lok Sabha proceedings were adjourned for the day amid opposition uproar over the issue of price rise and Agnipath scheme. Opposition members trooped to the well of the House as the House reconvened for the afternoon session at 2 p.m. Former Bengal Governor and NDA nominee for Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar today filed his nomination papers at the Parliament Library building. Several prominent leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP National President JP Nadda, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh were present to file the nomination. Union Ministers Pashupati Kumar Paras, Anupriya Patel and Ramdas Athawale were among the others present. Not even in his dreams did he think that a common man like him would be given such an opportunity. A farmer's son has filed his nomination today, grateful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the leadership for this opportunity. He will always strive to enhance democratic values of the country, Dhankar said after filing his nomination. Dhankar will face former Rajasthan Governor Margaret Alva, the opposition pick, to replace M. Venkaiah Naidu as the Vice President of the country. India recorded 16,935 fresh COVID cases along with 51 fatalities due to the infection in the past 24 hours. According to the data shared by the Union Health Ministry, the country's 16,069 has been recovered in the last 24 hours in India. The total death toll in India stands at 5,25,660, taking the daily positivity rate at 6.48%. The total active cases have risen to 1,44,264 in the country. The recovery rate is recorded at 98.47% as per the data. Solimla Jajo bagged first runner-up and Solan Jajo bagged fourth position at the 54th Asian Bodybuilding and Physique Sports Championship held at Mafushi Island, Maldives. Solimla participated in the 165 cm senior model physique competition, while Solan competed in the 160 cm senior model physique event. Solimla Jajo from Kasom Kulen and Solan Jajo from Leishi village under Kamjong district, both 17 years old, are among the first women from the Tangkhul community to break ground and represent India in the world of fitness. This was the maiden international competition for the girls as they prepped for the competition with intensive training at Royal Gymnasium in Ukhrul district under instructor and advisor Robert L. Meite over the past months. Manipur Hockey today observed condolence service on demise of late Ningthojam Momon Devi at Hockey Stadium in Kuman Lampak. The condolence service was attended by executive board members, coaches, officials and players of districts, unit, clubs, unit affiliated under Manipur Hockey. Executive board member of Manipur Hockey An Priyo delivered a brief note about the contribution made by late Ningthojam Momon Devi during her days, followed by 2 minutes silent prayer as a homage paid to the departed soul. The association is deeply saddened by the loss of late An Momon Devi, who was a good administrator and a hockey legend, and prayed Almighty to bless the bereaved family at this critical period. Her contribution for development of hockey in Manipur would be cherished forever, stated in a press release issued by CEO of Manipur Hockey, Maisnam Birgit. Before we wind up, the top stories once again. Election of India's 15th president held today. Total of 4,809 electors were eligible to vote in the presidential elections. Chief Minister Andrew optimistic of NDA candidate Draupadi Murmu becoming the first tribal president of India. Manipur Governor La Ganesan given additional charge of West Bengal after Jagdeep Dhankar resigned for vice president election. Indian Railways should take the whole responsibilities of Makwam landslide, says local social activist Majabung Gangmai. And India records 16,935 fresh COVID cases along with 51 fatalities due to the infection in the past 24 hours. That is the end of today's English Bulletin at 6:30 p.m. Thank you for watching.